Morning, 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 morning. How we doing? How we doing in here this morning? Bright and early. I'm here a little early, trying to see what we can see. Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. Let's see. It's Friday. It is Friday. It's the end of February. This is the last trading day of February. Good morning, Ward. Good morning, Pastor Will. It's the last trading day of February. Now, I was scrolling through Twitter, kind of just checking out what's being said where. There's people who say so. Twitter it can be an interesting spot, especially for traders. So my algorithm is primarily trader based. So I see a lot of trader stuff in Twitter. And what people have said is that people who have been trading long time, got good experience, have struggled in the month of February. So it's not like a individual thing. We've done okay. The good thing about selling, this is one of the things I love about selling, is the fact that we don't have to be dead on right as far as direction. Sellers don't have to be right as far as pump or direction. Really, what we have to be is more right about where price won't go. Like, yeah, price can fall back some, but don't fall back but this much. Price can run up if we're trading call credit spreads, but we don't want it to run through our strikes. So if price is falling, you can just put your call credit spread up there. It can fall as much as it likes. And if it can, or it cannot fall at all. If you're buying, if price is going up, you can do put credit spreads. Price can go up. It don't have to go up a lot. It can go up a little bit. Long as it doesn't come back down to my strike, my trade is good. That's a difference for buyers. With buyers, if you pick a direction, it needs to keep moving in that direction. Otherwise, you're losing money. Theta starts to work against you. The Greeks start to work against you. Get too close to expiration. Got a problem. Yeah, we don't have that same issue in selling. It's one of the reasons why I love it. Now, we do have a defined selling. We have a defined risk and reward, which some people really like to have unlimited reward. Well, the house always wins. Sellers are part of the house. Okay, y'all see what's happened. We just had some data that came out from I think it was PPI. PPI data just came out. I'll change the screen so we can see what they said. Here we go. I can go here. PPI. Well, it came out. They were anticipating 0.6%. Came out at 0.8. Wait a minute. Anticipated was, forecast was 0.3. They were forecasting 0.3. It's at 0.8. 0.6 was last time. They thought it would be 0.3. It's at 0.8. Looks like it may be going in the wrong direction. It shows as green, which I think is interesting because to me, this looks like it would be, if it's higher than what it was before and higher than anticipated, that to me would make it red, right? But PPI month over month and core PPI, both of them are up higher. PPI is the producer price index. Producer price index. Basically, it says, what is it costing the producers to make things? The people who are like the people who take raw goods, put them all together and create the things and then pass them off to the consumer. So when the producers starting to have increase, this is good because they're going to pass that. Again, they're going to pass that off to their consumers. It says here, changing the price of finished goods and services sold by producers, excluding food and energy. That's the first one. Okay, why do we care? They usually tell us why we care. There's no why we care here. Source change series calculation formula in February. Food and energy make up about 40%, which is why we do it without it. They usually tell us why we care. Let's see if I see one. The next one maybe tells us why we care. There we go. Why traders care. Why do we care? It's a leading indicator of consumer inflation. When producers charge more for goods and services, the higher costs are usually passed on to the customer. The producer price index. It shows that it's green. But even here, well, I guess if it was red, it would have a negative in front of it. Because this one is got a negative in front of it, and it's red. I might have to do some more research and understand when they put it out, what is this supposed? What did FODA look like? Is it supposed to be, because it was red last time, and then they had a different number for anticipated or forecast, and then now we're at green. Is this saying that it's doing better than it should be doing? We got to see. Good morning, Julie. Good morning, Melissa. That's what's going on there. I have to get more information about that. I'm just passing on the numbers. I'm going to do better about economics, seeing what they're talking about in economics. This may tell us it's probably going to, let me refresh this. We'll get probably a little bit of information there. Okay, so core wholesale prices rose 0.8% in January, much more. Okay, there we go, much more than expected. All right, so that's not good, I don't guess. Now that they've got a little breaking news from CNBC, that is no bueno, according to this, okay? Pre-market Dow futures, is this accurate? It says as of 8:25, so that's about 10 minutes ago. Not what I want. The Netflix deal. Netflix decides to ditch the deal with Warner Brothers because Paramount's offer is a better offer. Netflix CEO visited the White House right before a streamer said WBD deal is off. Okay. Well, they definitely been struggling. Have y'all seen Netflix on the chart? Oh my goodness. After earnings, they just have had some trouble, which is, Netflix keeps it pushing. So I don't know. Bridgerton just came out. I watched the first episode of the second half of this 4th season. And yeah, it's good so far. It's very good so far. That's a Netflix thing. All the futures are down a little bit, except oil is green, as we can see. Europe shows us with 3 green here. CAC and FTSE Milano are both red. Stock 600, DAX, and FTSE are all green. Swiss RE popped 4% after posting record $4.8 billion profit, plans $1.5 billion buyback. What's happening in Asia? Asia's mostly green, except for the Nifty 50, down 317. Asia markets trade mixed after Wall Street pulled back on NVIDIA slump. Now, NVIDIA yesterday, I got to go to that on the chart. Please remind me, because NVIDIA, it popped up like it was going somewhere on Wednesday. It dropped like a bomb on Thursday. Yes, it might have been profit taking, but my. Anyway, all of the metals are green, which safe haven, people start moving their money into safe havens. Gold heads for 7th straight monthly gain. Haven demand. There you go. People move their money into safe havens. Gold, silver, copper, platinum, palladium, all over there. Let's go see. That's gonna give me what I don't want. Let's see what crypto's talking about. What is crypto? Crypto. Dow futures tumble 500 points after hot wholesale inflation reading. Tech stocks decline. Okay. Everything over in crypto is red. Bitcoin is at 65.6 and some change. Ethereum, Solana, Dogecoin, XRP, all red this morning. Barely on some of these, but they're still red nonetheless. Block shares soar as much as 24% as company slashes workforce by nearly half. Oh, that's a lot. It's a lot, right? Anthropic CEO Amodai says Pentagon's threats do not change our position on AI. All righty, so there's that. We're tumbling a little bit based on what happened with the PPI data. See if there's anything that's happening the rest of the day today that is of note. Nope, I need just US. I need my filters. I only want US stuff. Only US. Clear all. I just want the USA. 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 Is there a reason why you're not giving me what I need? Do I need to spell it out? This is usually not a problem. Why are you tripping? It's already ready. It's usually already ready anyway. Here we go. PPI stuff happened this morning. At 9:45, we have Chicago PMI. 10 o'clock, construction spending. 11:30, Atlanta Fed GDP now. And then we've got positioning or rig count, and then your speculative positions show up after that. Oh, I didn't even talk about what was on Forex before I just shut it down. I didn't see what else was over there. I jumped right over to here. We didn't have any big time earnings last night. CoreWeave, Rocket Labs, Mara, those happened. Dell, SoundHound, all those happened yesterday evening, and nobody really this morning. Nobody that jumps out at me. Okay. See what we got going. Okay, 68.44 is currently where SPX is right now. Let's see what Adam has to say. What Adam got to say. Come on, Cletus. The VIX, I didn't talk about the VIX. When I go back to the chart, I'll tell you that the VIX is at 21.5. VIX at 21.5. We are now 2 weeks in the same range in SPX, 69.15. I think that's a 9. Yeah, 69.15 to 68.45 mostly. Yesterday, 68.81 reclaim was the long trigger with 69.15 target. We hit 69.15 and sold. Plan today, the bears have momentum until 68.89, recovers now. Rally above that. 68.64 is support. Watch your traps of yesterday's low. 68.45 and 68.22 are below. Okay, so you're watching, you're putting these numbers on your chart. 68.89 recovers the rally. You can go on up from there. Rally above that. 68.64 is support, which we're a little bit below that right now. 68.45, we're in this zone now. 68.45 and 68.22 is below. What was the low of yesterday? Anybody remember the low yesterday? It dropped a good little bit. I want to say 68.30 something. Let me remove this so I can go back to the chart. SPX low of the day yesterday was 68.59. Looks like that was the low of yesterday. This is the daily. I was going to mention the VIX. The VIX is over here at 21.6 currently. 21.6. The high of the VIX yesterday was 22.08. Was that Tuesday? It says Tuesday. The high was 22.08. That was Tuesday. This is a daily chart. Oh no, it's a 4-hour chart of the VIX. This is ES in the middle, which I'm going to just go to one chart here in a second, but this is ES in the middle coming into a discount zone. All right, here is SPX. I found out I could do something over here. Let me, pow, look at there. I could hide my drawings. I found out. I was like, well, how do I see this without seeing all this? Okay, so this is SPX from yesterday. Kevin Red says, I want to join. Okay, no problem. I'll give you the link here. You want to join copy trading? We've got a place for you. Educator to trader. You go right there and you can read everything you need to read. Good morning. Everything you need to read. If you got questions, feel free to ask me whatever else you want to ask me. Okay, so this was SPX yesterday. This was SPX yesterday. Had a gap up open and then it fell. And then it recovered. I'll make it bigger. Like I said, it went as low as, the low yesterday was 68.59.73. 68.59 and some change. Right? There's a little bit of a gap. It's all that stuff's closed though. It gapped right over here and dropped. Whoop. Call credit spread day yesterday. It did recover. Nice recovery yesterday too, by the way. Let's go look at a smaller time frame so you can see what the recovery looked like. I didn't do a trade of the day video yesterday. I was traveling home at the time that I have to do the video and let it render and do all that. So I didn't get one yesterday. But you see here, it basically went across, dropped down, low. This is a 30-minute chart. Went as low like at 68.59, popped back up to VWAP, dropped back again, but this is a higher low. So even though it still fell back down in the zone, 68.64 is the low here. It didn't go as low as the low, right? And then it recovered from here and went on through VWAP. Recovered from the 68.64 and closed at 69.08. What, 50 points? 50 points, almost 50 points it recovered in the second half of the day. This is 1 o'clock. This is the 1 o'clock candle. And by the time we close, 69.08. It's a lot of movement. SPX can do it though. Good morning, Tanya. SPX can do it. If anybody can, it's SPX. SPX can get the job done. Y'all just have to know where you are. So we did call credit spreads to start off the morning. As the opening range broke, we did call credit spreads until it dropped down to here. We closed our call credit spreads with PDT hacks. Okay. You can get the PDT hack resource at educatortotrader.com. You can go right to my website and find out and get the resource of how to use the PDT hack to lock your trades without using a day trade. So we did that. Our trades fell. We did call credit spreads. Trades came down to here to the low. We locked them up with PDT hacks. We started looking because I am a reversal trader. That's where my edge, if you want to call it that, I have an edge at reversal trading. So I start looking to see what happens after the reverse. I like that 1 hour chart. Popped up. Now this right here was where we going. Where we going? But when it turned back around and went, you basically can ride this right back up. And we did with put credit spreads. Call credit spreads above the top, put credit spreads below the bottom. Hey, we're good to go for the day. Good to go for the day. Sometimes we get antsy. We, meaning me, sometimes we get antsy. Once this rejected off VWAP, then you're thinking, oh, good, I'll just do me a call credit spread here again, right? And that's cool. You do a call credit spread in this area. You're like, yep, this will be great. And then it falls down. And if you don't lock again, trade can turn around and come on back at you. So you have to be ready. You have to be ready to turn it off. Again, you can use a PDT hack to lock in a profit or loss. If you want to turn it off before you get to max loss, you can use your PDT hack and not have to use a day trade. But we're watching our chart to make sure that we're seeing what is the price action saying. And the price action right down here says, I'm going back up. This failed 2 down on the 30-minute. says we're going back. We're going back where we came from. We're going back somewhere. We're going up from here. It's definitely saying that. I'm going up from here. Okay, nice wick here. It says, yeah, we're going up a little bit. We're going up. You coming? Basically is what it's saying. You coming? A 2-2 reversal is what this is. 2-2 reversal. Once this engulfing candle took over this green, basically it's saying we're going the other way, baby. Are you going or are you going to get left? And if you don't want to get left, you better hop on the train. So no problem. We'll ride back up, baby. We'll ride back up. That's what we do. That's what we do inside the membership. All right. This is the kind of stuff that we look at in the membership. How do we use this chart to determine where price is not going to go? So that way we can make us some coins and proceeds off of our credit spreads. We can get us some credit spread money off of these movements. All right. Let's see what's happening this morning. SPX 500. We just looked at that. We'll go back to it real quick. 68.53. is where it currently is. It was just down in the 40s. So there's that. Listen, SPX, don't ever count her out. Don't ever count her out. All right. Kevin says still work for the Fed. Okay. Well, I'm an engineer too, Kevin. You know that. Gonna join the community rounds. Okay, cool. Cool. Let's go look at SPY. See what SPY is doing. See what SPY is doing. SPY closed yesterday at 689.29. It's currently at 684.02. It dropped a little bit, just like SPX just did, and it's on the recovery mission. So maybe a gap down in the open. We're about 40 minutes away from market opening. We'll see what this recovery looks like. But again, y'all already know me. You better trade what you see. And don't trade what you think you're going to see. Just because we had a massive drop yesterday morning does not mean we're going to have it today. Does it mean we won't? Just means don't come into the day with that bias. Not yet. I mean, you can have a bias. It needs to be slight. You need to have a bias that says, man, maybe it'll do this. But then you need to be ready to trade what happens. Not what you think is going to happen, because you could be like, well, I got a downside bias, and you see the price start rising, and in your mind, all you can see is downside, and you just miss all the upside moves because all you thinking about is going to do is go down. How do I know about this? I've done that before. Thinking it was going to go down, and the first indication it was going, I was jumping on board and then look up like, oh, wait, it's a reversal right here. It's a reversal. Okay. Triple Q closed yesterday at 609.29. It's currently at 603.60. So it's down about $5 and some change, almost $6. Okay. Let's look at IWM. IWM just kind of hangs in here, baby. IWM, I actually need it. Let me stick with the 30-minute chart. IWM closed yesterday. It did a nice little movement yesterday. IWM closed yesterday at 265. It's now at 262 and some change. So it's about $3 less than it was yesterday at the close. Okay. All right. I was going to go look at Netflix. Let's look at Netflix. Netflix yesterday kind of set. Y'all see the pop. I wonder if this pop has come as a result of them deciding they were not going to fight with that Warner Brothers deal. The investors might have said, okay, we can get back with y'all now because you decided you're not going to try to be doing all this other stuff. But this was Netflix yesterday. It just kind of climbed just a little bit. And then it was a big pop. Netflix closed yesterday at 84.60. And it's currently at 91. Ooh, $7. Netflix up $7 overnight. Oh my goodness. Go get them, Netflix. Go get them. Okay. Let me show you what NVIDIA did yesterday. This was NVIDIA yesterday. Opened. Well, let's go back a little bit more because I need you to see what happened at the earnings. Right. So this was earnings. It popped all the way up to a high of 203.49. That's as high as it went in the post market. It fell right back off, really came right back down to where it closed almost. Right. And then there was a little bit of a pop up in the pre-market yesterday. But as soon as the market opened, It fell off. Ooh, it went right. Well, I won't say it went with SPX, but it took SPX with it because NVIDIA is a heavy piece of the S&P 500. So it took this with it, took SPX with it. Chart looks very similar. It didn't recover the same way that SPX did, but it fell down, had a little bit of, looked like it was going to be a recovery on this, fell 2 down. It popped a little bit and then fell down some more, kind of went into the close at 184. Now, I told you up here, it got to 203 and some change, so almost 204. By the time it closed yesterday, it was at 184, $20. That's a $20 difference from the pop after earnings to the close of yesterday. That's $20. Folks were selling, and selling some more. It kind of stayed steady in the post market, had a little bit of a pop in the pre-market this morning, and it's falling off. Again, it's at 182 and some change right now. That's NVIDIA. I still, though, believe, and I'm sure a lot of people would agree, NVIDIA is the horse to bet on. It's still the horse to bet and ride on. Just, do dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost averaging. Buy a little bit periodically. Whatever your periodically means, buy some on regular intervals. That way you still get exposure to it at the highs and the lows. You still get some exposure. Let's see if anybody else looking interesting this morning. This is Amazon. Where am I at? Almost 9 o'clock, 5 minutes till. Okay, Amazon closed yesterday at 207. It's current 207.93. It's currently at 206.50. So it's down about $1 and some change. Google was supposed to be on its way back up. And it's on the struggle bus. Google on the struggle bus, right? Yesterday, it dropped a bit just like the SPX did. It did recover some, dropped, recovered, dropped some more. Okay, so it's at 305. At 305, it closed yesterday at 307. It's a little bit lower than it closed yesterday. All right. Looking at SoundHound. SoundHound had earnings yesterday, had a little bit of a pop. It closed at 903, popped up to 960. It's pulled back to 911. So it's still a few pennies higher than it was when it closed yesterday. But that's what's happening. That was SoundHound. Okay, let's see where we are. I told you what Adam had to say. Yes, I did. One of the things I use is gamma throughout the day. I use the gamma chart throughout the day to help guide me. And I wrote a video. I wrote a song about it. When here it go. I did a video on it, gamma and gex, about how to use gamma and gex each day to kind of help decipher the price of SPX throughout the day. How is it moving? What is it doing? I did a video on that a couple days ago. Go to my channel and you can check out that video of how to use gamma and gex each day to help you see how is SPX moving. And to trade, we use it obviously to trade credit spreads. You can go and do that. Okay, go check it out on the channel. Membership, I kind of mentioned that already. We trade SPX, XSP. I need to do an XSP video because I always talk about SPX, but we trade XSP as well. I need to do some videos on XSP to show that we trade them both. We trade them both. Okay. Yeah, Tanya, I see. 0 DTE. We do 1 DTE, 5 DTE. We kind of go out a little bit further sometimes now. Profitable strategies with less screen time. If you want more screen time, you can have more screen time. If you want less screen time, you can have less screen time. It's really going to come down to how much screen time you want. I have some people in the membership who trade and they trade the morning and then they shut their platform and going on about their day. I have some people who stay all day. I have some people who show up in the afternoon because that's when they're finishing their job or their time zone allows them to now be able to focus on trading, and they come in the afternoon and trade. It all comes down to what works for you. The good thing about our strategy is you can, pick a time, watch your price action, come on in here, make a few coins, make some coins. Kevin asked about copy trading. It is still open for all who want to come join. Copy trading is basically where I do the trading, and if you're a copy trader, your account just automatically hands-free copies the trades. Very passive on the part of the copy trader. They just put their money in the broker, connect their account to Peakbot, which is where your subscription is, and then I do the trading. I trade in my account. It automatically copies in everybody else's account. So I don't really trade your money. I trade my money and it copies. My trades are copied into your account. That's why it's called copy trading. It is not replacing my membership. You see, every day I talk about my membership because that's where I coach and train and teach. And that's where I'm there and active. Copy trading, again, is very passive. You basically, I trade, you just wait and see. There's no training that happens there. Okay, if you want training, you got to come into the membership. If you want to learn what we do, we come into the membership. If all you want to do is be privy to the profits, hey, I might need to coin that. If you just want to be privy to the profits, then you want to do copy trading. If you want to learn what we're doing, you come into the membership. And I have people who are in both places. People who are in copy trading and they're in the membership. They're doing both. I have people who are in one and not the other. But if you want the learning and the passive profits, you do both. All righty. The links are in the description if you want to check in on that. All righty. E2T Trader's Declaration. I declare I'm a great trader, a successful trader, and a focused trader. I declare my wins exceed my losses. My account is growing steadily. I'm a wise and knowledgeable trader. I have a strategy that I use for my trades. I don't randomly place trades. I'm a level-headed trader who trades my plan and not my emotions. Overcoming yourself is the biggest hurdle to overcome. Overcoming you, overcoming fear, greed, impatience, FOMO. Those are the four main devils. Fear, greed, FOMO, and impatience. I'd say I'd add a fifth, limiting beliefs. Saying if I don't get in quickly, I'm gonna miss out. That's probably FOMO, but there's not enough for everybody. The good thing about the stock market is there's enough for everyone. It's enough for everyone, right? Here's our prayer. Lord, it's you who gives us the power to get wealth. Help us today to trade our strategy with wisdom and knowledge. Allow us to prosper enough to have what we need and enough to bless others. In Jesus' name, amen, amen, and amen. All right. Let's head back to the charts real quick and see if anything has changed. See, did anything change on the chart before we wind it up and wind it down? Now we're going to do with my community. We're going to do some live trading together today. I'm only available to do that on Fridays at this point. Y'all pray for your girl. Not copy trading, live trading on Fridays. So we're going to do a little bit of that today and see what we can get on this last day of February. We're going to end strong. SPX is currently at 68.54. Currently at 68.54. All righty. All right, everybody. Make sure that you do all the stuff that you're supposed to do on YouTube. Like, subscribe, hit the thumb up, notification bell, pass the word, tell the people. Follow me in all the social media places. I am Arlissa. I am educator to trader. That is me all over. I do options contracts. If somebody comes in your inbox talking about Forex, that ain't me. Somebody come in your inbox talking about let's do crypto, that ain't me. Somebody talk about anything besides that membership and that copy trading, that ain't me. All right. Please don't get scammed in these streets. If you're not sure if it's me or not, find me on some other platform and ask me if this is me. Is this you over here? If you're not sure, don't just release your capital to folks you don't know. I ain't doing nothing with rockets and no spaceman program. These people come up with all kind of shiggity. I'm not doing none of that. All right. If you're not sure if it's me or not, send me a message. All right. Y'all can find me on all the platforms. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I don't really do a lot of engaging over there, but I'm there. I'm in Messenger. I'm on YouTube. I'm in LinkedIn. I'm here. I'm in I'm in Telegram. Y'all can find me. You can find me if you want to find me. Don't just be, okay. Don't get sucked into something that is not me. Okay. We're going to do two things today. We're going to stay green and we're going to get this money. All right. I will see my community in the Zoom call soon enough. The rest of you, I want you to have a great green day. All righty. Bye, everyone. Bye.